With over 72 tribes, one official language, peace and loving people. It's another TV show. ZAMTALK. Get to know what makes that Zambian tick. From dreamers, failures, and achievers. ZAMTALK, it's all about Zambianism.
Hey, yo, one people, this is Tight Ziggy and you're watching ZAMTALK. Boom blast. Ziggy.
Hello and welcome to ZAMTALK. I am your very own, I am your presenter. My name is Jay Kwendo. Today is another exciting day when we look at an exciting Zambian topic, a topic that will totally blow your mind away. I remember watching a TV program at one particular point where a white lady said, "I am Zambian." People were astonished. How? People talk about racism, but don't you know that racism can also go the other way, where blacks can have, a certain kind of attitude towards whites? Well, it is a vice versa kind of thing. Today we talk about dating across races. Okay? Dating across races. But before we go straight into that particular one, let's go for a quote of the day.
Women listen to music because they are in love. Men listen to music because they want to fall in love.
Hello to my fans, my name is Romarich Konko Muntakakambat Nalema. Keep watching ZAMTALK.
When people hear the term racism, it's mostly from white to black. What if the reverse is also evident? In this time and age, is dating across races an issue? Our topic for today is dating across races.
Many people have got different reasons why they decide to be in love. Others are in love, well, probably to find the right partner. And others would feel like living a life alone would just not be so complete. Today we do get looking at dating across races. In other tribes, there is what is known as arranged marriages. In other religions, well, the woman would go and propose to the man. It's allowed. In other cultures, the man would have to make the first step. In our very exciting segment, the Pop Head, we go into the streets of Lusaka and we find out from different people in society what they have to say in regards dating across races.
I feel, dating across that's races is fine with me. It's just okay because, love has got no boundaries. When you really love somebody, it doesn't really matter where they're from, whether they're from the United States, whether they're from, Asia, whether they're from Europe or from Africa, as long as the bond of love between them actually connects, then most definitely it must be allowed to blossom. I think the problem usually comes in when, let's say you fall in love, but then you start to disagree on what that person, in a way that person has been brought up. Because an African and let's just say an Asian, as an example, may have been brought up in a very different setup. The way they've been raised, the values that they've been brought up with are going to be very different. So if you are to fall in love, you must be very ready to, give that person a chance to continue living the way they've been living, but also they must learn to adjust to the way you want things to be done. In a similar fashion, you must be able to adjust to what they want as well because of the way they've been brought up. So with me, it's fine as long as you can adjust. So definitely love that's across races is definitely just fine with me.
My name is Jerry, and I want to talk about dating across races. Dating across races is good and sometimes it's bad. But on my part, I would say it's good. because you find that you date a white person and you have advantages of visiting some other countries and having beautiful and handsome children. Because for example, if I am, let's say me, I'm a black man and I date a white person, which means I'm going to have coloreds. I don't know which other name I can use for those children, but that's one advantage I think of. And it's more nice because it's not common, so it's maybe like I would say doing something different from what others do. That's what I can give about dating across spaces.
Yeah, my name is Patrick Munkombwe. I'm just within Garden. Yeah, actually this matter whereby dating a foreigner or a white woman is not a good. It's better we date within our country.
I'm a student and partially working. Wow, dating across races. Dating across races, I think it's really kind of difficult because we differ in traditions, we differ in cultures, we differ in a lot of things. So sometimes it gets very difficult and challenging. But at the end of the day, it's all about trying to adapt to the tradition of some other person. If you love each other, you learn to compromise and learn from each other, and you can reach an agreement. I think it's not really such a challenging thing. All that it needs to take is just love, commitment, and everything goes well.
This is Joseph Ngosa. I want to talk about dating across races. Dating across races, sometimes it's very much good, sometimes it's very much bad, because you'll find that when you're dating a white person, sometimes you may have opportunities of traveling in different countries and having changing things, knowing things from the other country and the morals of that country, the culture of that country, because we'll be traveling from town to town and trying to know the people in that country as well. But again, the part which is bad, you find that sometimes whites, the way they do things, you find that we have children in that person, and the times when the time comes you want to go back to their country, they won't leave the children with you, they'll go with them, and you find that most of African people, they lose out on their children. You find that they have remained in their country, the children have traveled with their mother.
My name is Alex, you are watching ZAMTALK.
With over 72 tribes, one official language, peace and loving people, it's another TV show. ZAMTALK. Get to know what makes that Zambian tick. From dreamers, failures, and achievers. ZAMTALK. It's all about Zambianism.
This particular program is what you get when you want to know a little bit more about Zambia. It's a Zambian program. It's ZAMTALK. Zambianism is what we talk about. I hope you love the comments from different people from society in regards dating across races. Let's go for a short break. We'll be back.
This is Ken1 and you're watching ZAMTALK.
Life without motivation, life without a person to motivate you, to encourage you and to give you essential information that will set you in the right direction is definitely equals to zero. We will definitely give you a great chance today with our motivational speaker, John Banda, in a segment dubbed entitled Me You. Okay, we're looking at an environment where you employ people. What is the very most important thing in a company? Is it the equipment? Well, we find out from John Banda how human resource should be put on a pedestal.
Achievers, they have an obsession with human resource. They love people. People are your greatest resource. Individuals of excellence, they have an obsession with human resource. Individuals of excellence, they have a tremendous sense of respect and appreciation for people. I am yet to meet an achiever who did not appreciate people. I have never met a high achiever who did not have a high sense of respect for people. Poverty and wealth, they have got nothing to do with character. They have everything to do with skills. Now, everybody of us here will love people. But the difference with rich people is this. They get the skills to show that they appreciate people. If I appreciate my dear brother here, inside my heart, are you going to know it, that I appreciate you inside my heart? No, you never know it, right? Yes, but then if I have the skill to show that I appreciate him, I am going to develop a relationship with him. Then I'll take the same skills. I'll go to him. Using the same skills, I'll develop a relationship with him. So he has a company that supplies something. We'll get into business with him. I go into business with him. I go into business with her. And to him, just like that. In a short period of time, I've got money. It's not the product, it's the people. What's the quickest way to develop a relationship with other people? What did we say? Those were here earlier. Focus. Somebody got it. Focus on what? Other people. You've got to ask him, what are your dreams, my brother? The first time you meet somebody, don't say, I'm John Banda, I'm a motivational speaker, these are my dreams. So are you willing to fulfill my dreams? That will run away in 1 minute. Let's go for lunch. We go for lunch, and the first thing I'm talking about as we are having lunch, this lunch reminds me of the dreams that I have. we are having dinner. As we are having dinner, I say, I dream. This guy will run away. But if I ask my brother, so where are your parents? And he tells me. Where did you do your secondary school? Then he tells me. Are you married? How many kids did you have? 2. That's wow, but 2 as well. Chip in there to show that we've got something in common. I ask the further questions. I ask him, so where did you get your progress? You develop a relationship when you focus on other people. Businesses fall when the focus is on the product and not the people. You have 2 kinds of customers in business. You have both internal customers and external customers. They are both very important. Internal customers and external customers. Your internal customers, they start from your wife at home, your husband. It starts from there. Those are your internal customers. Are they happy at home? Do you know even people who don't even understand these principles, even Chakolwa, they know very well. To say, "Woi, madam, kumba funika shekeramu, woi, da sizaina mwishe kwintuga." Ni minyama woi, yo. Wana ngawalila unyumba ni minyama. There's one elderly man who were together in the car. Very old, in the 60s, and he was telling me, Sonny, what we believe and what we teach people. He's not a Christian, so I understood. He says, Madam, you see that the moment somebody knows, and there's a principle behind that. It's a principle of what? Respect and honor. Most women, they will tell you to say, I've heard women talk about that. Show that you respect me. Have you heard of people talk like that? Yeah. Just show that you respect me. Just have a woman who can find you in bed as long as we can have what he did? He gets his money. I think there was something at work. He gets his money. And what does he do with the money? About 100 million. He runs away from home. 1 week, goes with some chick in Mazabuka. 1 week, the money is finished. The wife is looking for him meanwhile. And the problem with some men, you even tell your wife to say, I'm expecting 100 million. And she knows the money is supposed to be here. And the wife is looking for him. They call the cops. That's all right. What does he do? He comes up with a plan. The money is finished. What do I tell my wife? He just gets home, nearby the house, lies outside, 05 o'clock. The wife comes there, wakes him up. What does he do? He pretends he's mad. Short period of time. He's a very good actor. Funny conker. Niona about funny conker. Bananitenga, wafanafa black. Naka drama seats. You know him, sir. After a short period of time, they go prophets, pray for him, my husband, go stay here. As I'm telling you, those people are together now. The story went, Satan is goading him, the man in the store. I mean, I don't believe when somebody comes to me, Satan has got me. I just remember the story. Now, you go Paul and I got back. Mommy story, drama night. Those are hysterics. Those are hysterics. Tongas, they'll say, so, is it your man? Losses, they'll say, you're a useless woman. Peppers, that's a story I've told you. That's a story. We were there praying. Wife would leave. The moment she would walk away. Why? Why does, now that's a crooked man. Why does a man do that? Because he fears and has a sense of respect for the wife. I'm not encouraging that. I'm saying that's being crooked. I'm discouraging that. But what I'm saying is, why does that fear come in? Why lie? It's because a man respects.
My name is Trickster, and you are watching ZAMTALK.
We go into the streets every week, and sometimes it's amazing what people do for a living. Other people could have even 5 jobs at a time. Today we find out from someone who is a chef and a barberman. Where's the in-between? Let's go straight into that short clip as we find out the life of Moses Sumba right here on ZAMTALK.
I am here, I'm a parent, I'm a youth, I'm very active, I've got children. Now, you know, to sustain the family, you need to have, let me say, much income that you can need. And it's not that you can able to just depend on the government to provide everything for you. No wonder I just came up with this barbershop, simple barbershop that you see I can able to raise some kwachas at the end of the day. You know, you just need to have to put small money. I just started like for, let me say for instance, for this barbershop to start it. I was raising money. When I get paid, I put some of it in my account. I opened an account, and now I start saving until that's when I came up with this barbershop. In London, USA, that side, you find people, an individual can have 2 jobs. Now for me, how it came for me to be like a chef, I got the interest from my sister who's a chef also. And I started there as just, let me say, a runner in a chef. Until there, I started to be an assistant chef. And from there, that's when I even got the interest of being a chef, because I saw that I can do what others I can do, because it doesn't need a lot. Okay, fine, it needs to go to school, but sometimes it's what you have in your heart that can able to sustain you to reach your certain goals. And no wonder now, this time now, I'm a chef. I can able to cook nice food. And moreover, besides that, I able to manage even my barbershop here. I do both works because, you know, as a youth, you have to be very active. It's not every time that you need the government like to complain like these others. People, our fellow youths are saying, no, there's no works, there's no ABCD. Yes, there's no works, but you have to be very creative. What God gave you is what you should use. You should keep your talents. No wonder you find that we're able to use what we are able to use. It's because the things that we need, the interest that we need. So I'm challenging my fellow youths. Let them use what they can able to use. They shouldn't wait for the government to provide for them. Life is difficult. It's not everything that the government can look for us. Fine, other things government should be there for us to create jobs, but they shouldn't cry. But where they see that they can do every opportunity, let's say for instance, don't need even a certificate to open a barbershop. It's just to have the skills that you should have a restaurant. Let me say these other things. You need to have those things. You don't need even the government to be there for you. If you open a library, a video library for yourselves.
This is the crew, Stichiling and Awanzanga, Tibaza Baz, and you're watching ZAMTALK.
ZAMTALK.
Many people will say that I will never date a white person. Others would say, well, I am white, why should I date a black person? Others would say, I don't see any difference with color, race, or creed. I will love someone because of their heart. Would you say that yourself? Well, today on the Radio Wiz segment, we asked people on radio what they thought about dress code. Does your dress code, your outlook, define who you are? So many people say you can judge a book by its cover. What if the cover is not the original?
Does your dress code determine your behavior? Mr. Kennedy, where are you calling us from?
From Kablonga. And what I can just say is that you are what you are. What you are is what you are. So that's my comment.
Yeah, so if you decided to put on a vest today, you should do it better.
Yeah, you're just what you are. That's my opinion. That's what I think.
Okay.
Hello, this is Leah from Tendere.
Thanks for calling us.
I wanted to say that you can't judge someone by looking. So dress code doesn't matter. But sometimes again it matters.
But you're confusing me now. It doesn't matter, but sometimes it matters.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
You're live and ready. Who are we talking to? Talk to me.
Oh, I'm in a chitenge. Yes.
Is a chitenge one of the modest outlooks in Zambia?
Yeah.
So what would happen on a weekend? What kind of outfit would you put on if you're going? Do you go out to party with friends?
Oh, no, I don't.
Do you go to kitchen parties?
Yeah, I do.
So when you're going to a kitchen party or a birthday party, do you put on a chitenge? What do you put on?
A chitenge material. Yes,
Jaikwendo. Beauty, yeah. Beauty, what's your comment on the topic today?
Do not judge.
Yes.
You know what? It's the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting on it now. This is Vera.
Vera, where are you calling us from?
Linda. Because you can't judge the book by its cover. You have to read it first.
You have to read it first.
It's your boy Joe Big TJ Zampatwa. You're watching ZAMTALK. Mileteko Zampatwa. Chidantampono music all the way.
Talking about dating across races. Here are some people that have dated and married across races. Some of their wedding photos and some of their videos from their weddings. Let's get into that one. We'll be back shortly.
ndiye pamene imankala nyumba nati nyumba ya nkungulume nibanja patira gita koma kakwatira ndiye pamene imankala nyumba. I'm so lucky popeza wewe baby, I'm so lucky ne oversize yali pasta big, I'm so lucky popeza wewe baby, I'm so lucky ne oversize yali pasta big. Love people come from me and live longer. Black is beautiful. Exile. New style. Give me George. Jerry D. B Sharp. Mufaka promotion. Today is today. It's so waiting. Today is today. It's today. Today is today. It's today. Oh, it's so waiting. It's today. It's today. Today is the day. Oh, it's so waiting. Today is today. It's today. Today is today. It's today. Oh, it's so waiting. It's today. It's today. Ogarix one, and day and night, the music teacher. Against me at the teacher. Organize family.
Light it chant die way. Boassa, right up your life. Brother Messi, me stay up on the PC. Everybody have to know me love this somebody. Better than this, killing the beat, no yes. Hello Zambia, this is Rascatel. You are watching ZAMTALK, live and direct at C-Squared Production, representing C-Squared to the fullest. Aye man.
In Jamaica, there's a sort of hairdress that they have. Well, it looks like hair is twisting and trying to form a certain bond together. They're known as dreadlocks. So many people would say, once you have dreadlocks, you are a Rasta. But we hear from music saying that you don't have to have dreads to be Rasta. Well, today we get to find out from different people that have this hairdress. Are they really Rastas at the end of the day? Who can have dreads? Is it fashion? Let's find out.
I do dreads in North Mid Market.
I'm Juliet. I've been in dreads, it's 1 year now. I'm happy with it.
Hey, Nindine Chanda, mpeze kam North Mid Market. Mu salon ya Madrid.
Oh, my name is Monica. I'm a social worker. I'm working with Compact Underpopulation Council.
I don't understand the dreads. Even if I jamani wa face kama face, bena nguba maipangira dreads. Bena nguba makala bali dresses. So afuna sisi cool azapanga dreads. Even if basi driver ba chani ba conduct bantala na dreads.
Definitely, like going back into fame, I don't dream about it. As for dreads, I'm safe, I'm okay, I'm happy with it.
I wanted to have a natural hair. Not anything to do with chemicals. So I love natural. No, people have been joking around over my hairstyle, but it doesn't affect me because it's just the normal creams that you use at the salon.
That's a lie. Christians, non-Christians, they can do that. Not that I have dread, I have to smoke. It's a lie.
Ayi anochamba ni shabe ni sisiza mundu. Ela ndeni yambo kula shabeka kuchitali tachi.
I've heard, but with me, with the salon that I go to in North Mid, we only use beeswax and dreadlocks gel.
My advantage. Kai vena ngwesiwa kondo chance, wa kondo sako. Vena nguba mafuna che wakwaenda kunchito so chabauka na grade amanga che pafu so chabaenda kunchito. Manje ngati ni femu azafuna sakule is stoning achite kwanje. Mabe nangu dread mabankalira is.
It's easy. Even if I'm busy, I'm managing myself. I just dress up, starting off for work. I'm encouraging my friends to join. It's easy and affordable. I can't compare with those with PEM, weave, anything. For me, it's affordable and cheap. It's fashion. It's fashion. You look natural. It's natural. Like myself, I like it because I look natural.
I'm fashion red. Natural.
I would encourage them. It's a nice hairstyle. It's natural. It's manageable so long you're keeping it neat. It's a good hairstyle.
Angapange ni abwino apazambo yavomera na kunchito manje hapa anabwera mfashion.
Achani mumvera ko bwanji balusaka. Itaya. Ati ona yebya itaya mugaiza itaya. Ona gero itaya. Ati shuwa itaya. Deni nikuchiliza iwe ona waitaya. Ati iwe lyonse nikumoba. Ati shuwa itaya. Una ndarama wa mwira. Ona itaya. Omaunga wa siraka. Ona itaya. Nyumba nayo bakupisha iwe ona itaya. Ati shuwa mama ya zanda. Ona itaya. Ati ona yebya itaya. Ona gaya itaya. Ona itaya. Ati shuwa itaya. Ona wadwala. Ona itaya. Ona wasira iwe. Ona itaya. Ona ya zanda iwe. Ona itaya. Ati shuwa mama bibaba. Kaleza itaya. Ati ona muzanga wasira iwe. Ona itaya. Ona utwala iwe. Ona itaya. Ati ona mama bibi mbazanga. Ona itaya. Mona yo bakanya lero mwala ya mona ne firimba pa mona vyo bachinga lero mwala fyomfwa na mangoma pa mona yo baka ati mwerelo ni hakuna kulala lelo ni pakana kutesia lelo ni hakuna kulala lelo ni pakana kutesia Wamona wampuno omusana. Wamona wampuno omusana. Wamona wamona wamuna omusana wamona wakamona kaleterera kafwake kaleterera katobwe kaleterera nikaganje kaleterera wakamona kaleterera kafwake kaleterera kaganje kaya bonya 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 kwendo iwe abonya bonya 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 kwendo iwe abonya faga 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 mdanso faga 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 mdanso faga ati bonya bonya faga mdanso faga faga mdanso faga ilelo ni hakuna kulala lelo ni paka na kutesa imwe lelo ni hakuna kulala lelo ni paka na kutesa twatotera mkwai iwumba ni penning youth dictionary and in ebonastidi. Till next time, respect to Bob Marley. Thank you.
Once upon a time, we used to be lovebirds.
Nani possibla. Oh mama ni possibla. Oh nani possibla.
Hey, yo, this is Trust, aka Mr. Awesome, and you are watching ZAMTALK.
We're going to be having the most exciting package that concludes the show, the Squeeze Box. The Squeeze Box is the last package that interviews an individual that, well, might be starting up or probably has built up to the level of a successful entrepreneur, a business person, or maybe an entertainer. It could be even a lady that is just doing fine for her family. Today we talk to an up-and-coming producer. He's also a musician. He goes by the name of Cleo G, okay? C Squared Production. We find out a little bit more about some of the challenges that a young producer has and faces. Let's go straight into that one. And on the other side, we do get wrapping it up.
Okay, my name is Cleo First Msiska. I'm Cleo First Msiska, and I do Zambian music, Afro, and I think any type of music related to it. And I started music in Lusaka. That was in 2008. And in 2012, I went to the Copper Belt where I learned the music life that side, and came back again in Lusaka in 2010. Yeah, so I had passion for music, and I used to listen to music of Mike Jackson, and Boys to Men, and artists like that. So it always gave me that question mark in my head to how music is created. You know, I would think of an idea, think of a tune, and would always want to make it like the way I've thought of it. And I think that's what made me to become a producer. If I tell you, maybe that was in 2012, my first beat I made in FL, no, it was made in Nero 8. That's where I made my first beat. I know most of you can't know that Nero makes sounds, but it does make music. Yeah, so I've worked with artists like Slap D, I've worked with Mark II, I've worked with Peterson, I've worked with Da Costa, the international artist, and I've also worked with Shefi. I've worked with almost every Zambian artist.
Petit tabalou qui a changé de position. Petit tabalou qui peut changer ma fréquence. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. I give you my heart, I give you my heart. You're so sad, ça m'appelle au binanga de costa. Mama, take it, yeah, mama, Simbi, Balula, Simbi. Tell me what you want, baby. Tell me what you need. If I see what you want, don't bad the way.
Yeah, so the most memorable moment that I had was a time when I was working with Mark II, and he gave a word of encouragement where we made a song, and then we asked him to say, what do you feel or what do you think we should change in this song? So it's like, you need to trust your instinct. Yeah, usually I don't change people's songs, because when you create a song, you've got something, you've got an idea of what you want to achieve. So if I come to blend your song with my ideas, it's going to be a Mark II song, not your song. So he also loves working with the new ideas, as in I create something, just comes to it and relates to my situation or my kind of melody. So I think that was also one of the things that inspired me, or my memorable moments, where he said you should trust in yourself when you're creating something. You say, this is going to work. International, I would love to work with Pato Ranking. I would love to work with Pato Ranking and Wizkid, I think. I know the Africans, but I just love their music. They're international. When it comes to videos, I love to work with people that are serious, and I've worked with some. There's so many upcoming talents that people don't know, and they're very good actors. Talking of these background guys like Rascatel, they are so real when it comes to a camera. Find that directing of videos, the only mistake that I observe in most of the videos are, people looking at the camera when you are shooting a video. That looks so amateur. So when it comes to videos, that's one thing I enjoy the most. Creating a scene and making it look real, like it was happening for real. That's one of my inspirations when it comes to videos. Yeah, when it comes to that's our music. When we say Zambian music, that's just our music, and we can't forget about them. Sometimes you find that you would want to work with these people, but you don't know where to start from, where to find them. Yeah, I think it can be also a good idea working with them to the new generation of this music that we have at the moment. For example, there's also that track which featured the same Ponshano Kaiche by Bobby East called Banamulenga. It was a hit. That shows that they can still work. We don't have to forget about them. So I'm looking forward to work with any of those are called, I don't know the best way to use. Those are legends. They're not supposed to be forgotten about. And if possible, they need to be having an award. If at all we're having awards, we should be able to recognize them.
Softy Boloko. King Dezo. Nilipa mtuundu. Rapuru. Siureti potishiani. C-Square Production, Get it. Na Billy Van Drama ni chipondo. Simavoma kukula Filivonse. Iwe bigi mani soft atishane hapo. Oi atishane hapo.
Nasinikisaka nyampuku nindoshi. Ala nakatuana bengi kunsinsi. Biggie man is it watishani hapo. Na ufuatishani hapo. Softy Boloko. Dekankwebe pela chida kanyampuku pasta la savu kaboy pa kanyampuku anavomo kula la kumando mwanza walipuata tina na vibanda ifingo vyabu fibune untali kachikanga mwana lesa nango twalitani balanda pa chipingo balanda pa kanyampuku densenga mwaila bapepe fipuku mumakoti emuli mumaluku bena balavomo kubo mfyabo koloko abakashana baitantika mu misebo enebele sabo nomba emakwebo elo bambi baleka totubana pa kanyampuku monyoka sebana alafingi ningalanda pela chida kanyampuku tulabamona abataya mafuruku Steve mulio leti poshani hapo
na believe and drama ni chipondo simavoma kukula filifonse iwe bigi mani soft atishane hapo oye atishane hapo
nashinikisa kanyampuku nindoshi ala nakatwala bengi kunshinshi bigi mani Steve atishane hapo na umfu atishane hapo
Ivo Meda Sameda for cheddar Kifomo taya meda kutitiguleka meda XY army We talk money You talk funny You miss your mommy Nina kamba kale Nina pride pa infa Hapa ni umoyo Drama si chimfya Mutima kufipa Monga na kutafimfya Right till I die Monga na bunkisa infa Sapato kumendo Ni mutengo wa plot Ukanitia kako Sakambila kukoti Foko ni mukwapu Iwa kwapula vikoti Ndiwe vice Mu game guy Scott Square that see you
na vidi vandala mani chipondo sima kwa nisa kukula vidi fonza kaya piki mani tiso achipwencha po yeah one third achipwencha po
na vidi vatindala mani chivanga sima kwa nisa kukula vidi fonze tinoxi ureti potishiani asuka ureti potishiani
nivan vidi vichitika pa muchanga imasida pa muchanga anatoka ni muchanga vanalonga kasalanga sanga imbe nusu kunkala kusiwana zedu pa muchanga Jelwanza kukuba soka pa muchanga Ndipo simasila zedu mutu pa muchanga Angakone na galu mutu pa muchanga Umbaya mayuba kwa yuwe pa muchanga Worshipping at the boy yuwe pa muchanga Edi diva bidi ninga kambe pa muchanga Mena vana puta na makwala ya kumanga
na bidi vatindala mani chivanga zima kwanisa kugula vidi fonse tinoxi ureti potishiani asuka ureti potishiani
na bidi vandala mani chipondo sima kwanisa kugula vidi fonse kaya piki mani tiso atipwencha po yeah one third atipwencha po
King Dizzo Biggie bossy pa feature ni mane Apari follow pia boy dating kane Ifiranda kurine matumba Shaikala pa muka tere patika lumba Hapa manje mazari noti pru Tupara ukira pa mona vena situ Hello LSK all the way paka gundola Levo na fika po ubuchushi mupola Noti club hapa mbombera ma nation Facebook fiakale mbombera ma mention Mfuwa show mkwete shinga mtumine quotation XYC2 hit no question
Ufana tilipa
Cheese on the beat. Charlie.
Yeah, because the beat.
True life stories.
Vafianta man of foot.
Big man Cloudy hook them with a little bit of spice and us. Sister production, I know we right thing.
Yeah, what it takes to become a producer is passion for music. You know, you can't become a producer just because people love music and you don't love music. You plan of becoming a producer, that can't work. You need to have passion for music. And yeah, I know that some producers that are limited to sound. When I say limited, I mean they're only limited to a certain sound, where maybe if they just play, they produce hip-hop, it's hip-hop. And but you need to be, I don't know the best way to use, you need to be able to work with any kind of sound, you know, as a producer. That's the same passion that I'm talking about. There are some certain sounds that you wouldn't love to listen to. Let's say I play rumba, you'd say, you must know me, next, you know. But as a producer, you need to make sure, even if it's the first time that you're listening to that sound, find a way of loving it, you know, just listening to it, because there'll be a point when somebody comes to you to say, no, I want you to make me such kind of a sound. Maybe you won't be able to produce it. So you have to be related to any type of sound, any type of music. Talking about Kalindola, talking about R&B, dancehall, calypso. Yeah, so to my fans, I'll make sure I don't disappoint you. I'll make sure I do what you love, not what I love, but what you like. And always feel free to get to me to tell me, oh, there it's a mistake. And I also love working with mistakes to correct my mistakes.
Chiricha paka patupilenga salary nayo yalego kwana landlord afuna zake bankongole bangovuta wazali manga. It's not for you, do all for you, you mine. It's not for you, you mine. Do all for you, mine. This is Chris Alicia.
This is Koshanks. We are Vocali, and you're watching ZAMTALK.
Be my partner.
What if they said you had to take off your shoes every day and walk barefoot? What if they said, well, we require that you put on a dress? I don't know about you. So many people have got different reasons why they do get into the relationships and love. But at the end of the day, the heart speaks the loudest. Today we were talking about dating across races. So many people have got different reasons why they date, and I hope that yours is profound. I do get concluding on that particular note. I'm your presenter for this package. My name is Jay Kwendo. Until we meet on another exciting edition of ZAMTALK, it's stay easy and Zambianism.
With over 72 tribes, one official language, peace and loving people, it's another TV show. ZAMTALK. Get to know what makes that Zambian tick. From dreamers, failures, and achievers. ZAMTALK, it's all about Zambianism.